I felt bad for replacing Edwin in the first place because back when I was in G2 and he just joined the LEC, he was talking to me a lot like during the client about like matchups and stuff like this, and he was just like, after the game that they played against us, he tweeted me and he seemed like, you know, a really nice guy. So I enjoyed talking to him, and also felt worse because he wasn't even playing like bad or anything during the first 2 weeks. So I hope he gets another chance at least. I think without me they would make playoffs already, like last split, just because I think their players are good enough. I think that's one of the reasons why I joined the team and why I think we did well, because I already knew beforehand that the players were good enough. I pride myself with that. I think I have a good scouting eye. I could be a talent scouter at some point, and what I could have brought as well to the team that was maybe better than Advin was probably like laning phase. I feel like me and Patrick right now are probably one of the best. I think we're kind of like stomping everyone.
It has taken 1,142 days, and on the 7th time of trying, Excel will make playoffs.
I think it was nice, change of pace, I guess, that you don't have any expectations to win. Of course you have expectations of yourself, but even you don't expect to win like every single game that you play. Some games you're just like, yeah, I mean, you'll be playing against G2 today or something. It could be a very hard one. So I guess it's different in that regard. It doesn't feel like really bad if you lose to like, in theory, worse team than you. Well, it still does, but like not as bad as when we were in G2. It kind of reminds me of the Splice days when I just joined and I was like enjoying every day. You know, go on stage, you never know what was gonna happen. If you win 2-0, really good. If you lose 0-2, sucks, we'll get him next time, you know.
With the Winter's Bite, locked in place, has used the cleanse, will flash the wall, but the chase is on, face call, a double. Finn with the barrel takes Hillisang's head.
After Spring Split, we talked about that if we don't make it to MSI, we should go to Korea to bootcamp anyway, because it's just very useful. And I said basically that if we actually want to make Worlds, we have to go to Korea, otherwise probably not making it.
It was started by the players, and the organization immediately backed it and said, okay, if this is what you guys need and want, we will make it happen. Going into Korea, we had the goal to play way more for our bot lane. And secondly, the Korean teams, the solo queue meta, the Chinese teams, they really force an early game meta, because if you don't draft for early game, they will end the game very quickly against you, so we couldn't get away with scaling.
Nelson was like the big part of why we actually got scrims with the good teams. He can like talk to all the coaches from LPL and he knows a lot of them, so they were actually down to scrim us. I think otherwise it would be hard to number 1, number 2 LPL team to scrim number 6 EU team that came to Korea for fun.
Thanks to Nelson, we got a lot of like tryout scrims, and teams would like try if we were like good enough to scrim against them, and we would give everything to prove ourselves that we were good enough, and most of the times we ended up successfully doing so and then getting more scrims against the top teams. Almost every scrim game was like a stage game, so everyone gave 100%, 6 to 9 games a day. We've got so much experience against good teams because we wanted to prove ourselves against these teams and show them that we can hang with them.
This is Newdog now, looks for the TP, he's in. A great Gnar pulls them back. Newdog looks for the back line, and Carsey is assassinated by the Duck. Parks has no stopwatch to stop his death either. Vitality get demolished. Excel are not willing to lose today.
Sometimes I still, you could say like I choke it a bit, like in the laning phase, like I don't know. I don't live up to my expectations, I guess. Other than that, I think we're doing fine for now. But I think we are much better than what we showed on stage so far.
I personally feel a lot of pressure to perform very well with this roster, especially now that the expectation is so high. That's partly because having been with Excel for 2.5 years now, it feels like if we're going to Worlds, this is the moment. It's like the one and only moment we've been waiting for so long, and if we don't grab it now, it might never happen again.